Hey guys, what's up? So today we're going to be talking about should you price your videos, and if so, how much should you charge? Because it's a super asked question, it's a frequently asked question, and it needs to be answered. So welcome back to the channel, guys. If you guys are new here, my name is David Lee. I'm a photographer and cinematographer looking to help you improve your visual content through tutorials, advice, or just entertain you guys with my own content. Today, we're going to be focusing on the topic of charging for shoots, whether it's photo, whether it's video, whether it's something else. Should you charge, and if so, how much should you charge, or how should you work with the pricing? I'm going to run through kind of what I do in this, and you can always come up with your own. You do not have to copy me. I actually recommend you not to copy me. We're gonna jump into that, but first, if you guys noticed this video, it's a little bit higher quality, if not a lot higher quality than what I usually do. That's because this video is shot in 4K and I'm gonna downscale it down to 1080. I have never shot 4K on the 1DX2, so this is gonna be the first video shot in 4K on the 1DX2. It's because I know that the quality is going to be amazing, but the file sizes are going to be huge. So I just wanted to try it out, test it, see how it worked, and maybe I can do my sit down and talk videos in 4K. So we're doing that today, 4K, and let me know in the comments below. Do you charge for your stuff right now? And if so, if you want to let me know how much, let me know how much. You don't have to. Keep that confidential if you want to. Anyways, let's jump into it. So you're new to the game, you're ready to charge, or you're not ready to charge, you don't know if you should charge. Well, let's start with, what do you think you're worth? Do you have a portfolio that you can show off to others? Let's say you were doing wedding photos. Of course, you should charge. Wedding, of course, always. But you need to have a portfolio. So maybe you should tag along with some other photographers, kind of be their second camera, get some small money out of that, and then start making your own gigs at weddings. It all comes down to, do you have something that you can show for it? So let's say that someone came up to me, asked me to do nightlife photography, like clubs, parties, shows of the crowd and everything. I would not be able to charge a high sum of money because I have zero experience in it. I've shot shows and festivals of the artist, but I have not shot any nightlife photography, nothing of the crowd, no like bars and stuff, because I don't know, it's just not my style, and I don't like flash. That's the main reason I don't do it. I don't like flash at all. But I don't have any experience in it, so I can't really charge that much, if anything, for it. So I mean, like, I could charge and then they might get a bad video and I'd get a bad rep. But honestly, I either wouldn't pick up the job or I wouldn't charge for it, so I could get some practice, or, you know, tag along with someone who is already doing it. But when it comes down to it, it's really up to you. What do you think you have to show for, and what do you think you're worth? Should you charge? Yeah, I always think you should charge. Free shoots are kind of just, you know, it's annoying. It kind of just ruins the market, because people will always end up going for the free shoots, especially if they're just like starting out. Let's say you have like a starting off hip hop artist or something. They're gonna want to lean towards the free shoot because it's gonna save them money, but they're gonna kind of destroy themselves in the aspect of their own image, because the free shoot might not be as good as the paid shoot. It really comes down to it. What are you worth, and how much are you willing to do for how much? That got kind of confusing, so let me break it down a little bit more. What is your value? How much? If you think about it, money is like the incentive. Money gives you the power to create the video however you want, for props, for locations, for rentals, for anything. If the person wants to do a free shoot, you don't really get anything. You don't get a budget. You're wasting money to make that video, and they didn't even put anything into it for you. You're pretty much using money, you're pretty much paying to shoot with them, which is not something you should do because they're coming to you. Same thing goes with photos. Now, I mean, of course, you can pay your model if there's something you need to shoot with them and you're getting an incentive from like a brand or a company or clothing bag from somewhere else. You can use that, you can pay the model to shoot if you want to, or you guys can come to a collaboration, do like a free shoot. Like, I do portrait shoots for free a lot, pretty often, especially with all my friends. I make most of my money from video, you know, photos, they're whatever to me, to be honest. I love taking photos, but you know, a lot of times I don't charge for them because I just love meeting people. But anyways, that's not the point. It's still up to you, and should you charge? That's completely up to you. I don't know, should you? I always say yes. Yes, you should charge. If you have the portfolio to show off, yes, charge. There you go. Too long, didn't read? Yes, discharge. Now, let's talk about how much you should charge. When I do music videos, I'm gonna use music videos as a like foundation because it's like the easiest thing to, make up a price for. So I have a flat price first of all. So the flat price is going to be there. It's going to be the minimum. If you go to me for a music video at all, this is the minimum price. This is what you're paying for a clean cut, straight music video up to, I don't know, 4 minutes, 4 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. I don't know how long a song usually is. You pay for that, and then you got to add in travel. So what I do is I charge 20 for every hour of travel. That makes an additional 10 because I got to fill my tank every, 3 or 4 hours of driving. It'll give me extra money along with it for the way back, and just in case I need it or if something happens, I got the extra money for the travel. And then on top of the travel, if they want super special effects to the point where I have to open After Effects, that adds so much time. So I take the travel price added onto the base price, I multiply that by 20%, and I add that 20% on top of that for special effects. You can work with percentages, you can work with certain things. If you lay it out, you can do it in Excel, just make a chart and kind of work that out. And it'll do the math for you, and it'll make it so much easier, and it'll be reasonably priced for you, and you can kind of run through it with them and have them understand why you're charging them that much instead of just throwing a baseline number at them and they're just like, that's why are you charging me for this much for that? So now you have a reason to charge them. You can tell them this and that. You can like, so I'm charging you this as the baseline because that's my minimum. I'm charging you this for travel. I'm charging you this for props. I'm charging you this for super special effects if you want that. And then just tell them like it's included with this and that, and you get this many photos, or you get this many edits, you get this much time of video. Just lay down with them, make them understand how much you're charging and why you're charging for it. Same thing goes with working with brands and whatnot. You can ask them for money if you have incentive with them. If let's say you work with them, right? You start off, you take their free product, you make a video, they love it. They're just crazy about it. You take that video and you work into the partnership even more. You build a relationship with them and they ask you to work with them more and more and more. Eventually, if not the second time around, you can ask them for monetary value because they're coming to you. You have incentive, they have incentive, and you're ready to go into the next step and monetize your work. So then now you can charge people and you just offer, you throw an amount at them and they basically have to accept it because if they want to work with you, you're gonna have to go through that monetary value, and it shouldn't be a problem most of the time. You'll see. Yeah, I mean, it happens. Sometimes they say no, but it's up to you. Charge whatever you feel like you're worth. Let's say you think you're worth 150 bucks. All right, charge 150 bucks. What I do for photo, I do a higher hourly rate. So let's say I charged 100 for my first hour. Every additional hour would be 50. Every additional hour would be half the price of the first hour so that they can get basically like the first hour is going to be 100, and then if they want to shoot it for 2 hours, it'd be 150 total. That's the thing. And then for 3 hours, it'd be 200. So 100 for the first hour, and then 50 for the second, and 50 for the third, 50 for the fourth, 50 for the fifth. It goes on that way. Basically, you charge what you think you're worth. It is so much better to shoot higher than lower. So if you ask them, what's your budget? You shoot a lot higher if they don't tell you their budget and they're like, ooh, yeah, my budget's this. Because immediately after that, they'll say that's too high for my budget, and you'll be like, okay, what's your budget? And there you go, they tell you their budget, and then you can go into that and just work with their budget and kind of meet them in the middle if you want to, or meet exactly their budget, So from there, it's just a lot easier because it is so much better to know their own budget so you don't get schemed out of money, because it's happened before. Rather than having a $1,000 payment, I got 500 because they told me that I threw my price at them first, but then my friend who got the job for me told me that their budget was 1,000, but they never let me know, and I got schemed out of that. I'm letting you guys know now so it doesn't happen to you. So anyways, I think that's it for this video. Quick video about pricing, why you should price, how you should price. It kind of, when you don't price your stuff, it kind of lowers the community and makes it a lot harder for creatives because all these people will shift towards the free the free work, because they're all freeloaders. You know, the world is just freeloaders, whatever they can do to save money. It kind of destroys us in a sense, because then people start leaning towards the free work. They don't start paying people, and they start getting cheap, especially here in this area. A music video for $350 is too much to a lot of people. They like, what, $350? Why are you charging so much for a 3-minute video? Like, come on, dude. Music videos are like, what, $700, $800, $900, even more. But people here think $350 is too much, and it's because of all the free shooters. It kind of destroys the community. So help us out. Charge a little bit. Charge something. Don't just hit the free work. Charge what you think you're worth. Don't lowball yourself and put yourself in a situation where you're not making as much money as you should. I can't tell you how much you should charge, but I can give you a rough idea of why you should charge more and kind of beat the budget and know that your work is worth more than you think it should be. Anyways, that's all. Thanks for watching, guys. Give this video a thumbs up. I hope this video helped you guys out with pricing and kind of boost that little confidence of that you should charge for your videos or photos or whatever you're doing, because money is gonna help you out in the long run, and definitely you should. But yeah, hit that subscribe button, guys. I hope to see you guys in the next video, which is gonna be in 3 days, Thursday. I'll see you there. Have an amazing day, morning, night, wherever you're watching from, and I'll catch you later. Peace.